Blood of Zeus, episode 7, Fields of the Dead. In this episode, it had a lot of things going on, so I will try to mention everything that happened as quick as I can. Episode starts with a dream that Seraphim has. Dream is that he gets to the Mount Olympus and decapitates Zeus's head. But that was actually a dream influenced by Hera. And Zeus actually visited Seraphim in his camp and took away that creature that is the cause of the nightmares and pulled it out of Seraphim. That creature has a name, but I forgot how it is called. Zeus basically offers Seraphim truce, says how he saved him multiple times in the past. So when he was attacked by those men, when he was a child, bear that came and saved him, that I called Mama Bear, actually was Zeus, who transformed from eagle to an actual bear. And also when bear attacked him and the woman that took care of him, Zeus actually influenced bear so this child could, suck a tit from a bear. It was very weird, everything that I heard, but it is what it is, right? After that, we get to the Fields of the Dead. We have Charon, Alexia, and those two guys, Coffee and the handsome guy, comedian, and also Centurion, the old wise Centurion. Alexia tells Centurion that he should come back. He warns them that when they get to the Fields of the Dead, they cannot look behind, because when they look behind, they will die immediately. They also had a crew with them, just so they can die, of course. While they were going through the Fields of the Dead, there was this mist and basically hallucinations happening. So each character saw something from their past. Alexia saw her parents. She was crying, but she had to move on. One guy actually turned and died immediately. He changed into this object that I don't know how to explain at all. They finally get through the Fields of the Dead, and then they encounter a gigantic satyr. I mean, he's not gigantic, but a giant satyr warrior. That satyr warrior gets an arrow through his head and falls dead. That's arrival of Charon on his griffin. So they regroup and enter the mountain. The mountain was where the map showed where giant corpses are. When they kill the giant corpses, all the demons will vanish. So that's the main goal of the good guys. They enter and they get ambushed by Seraphim. They have a fight. Seraphim actually offers a Charon to join forces because they're brothers, to kill all the gods. Charon, of course, refuses, and then they have a fight. Charon actually is, I believe his strength is precision, because he's really precise with his bow and arrow. He shoots like Legolas from Lord of the Rings, basically. The scene before that, Seraphim actually, when he was talking to Zeus gave him this coin with a mountain on the coin and said, here's what you're looking for. And that coin had the mountain that was the indication where his uncle that tried to kill him was. So he went to his uncle and tortured him a little bit and then killed him. It was kind of weird because Zeus actually gave him a free kill. I mean, he told about what's the right thing to do in the previous episodes, and in this one he is just like, here, kill the poor bastard, right? Didn't make sense, but it's not consistent for that character, but whatever, you know. They had the fight with Seraphim, they managed to escape. They actually moved, Hera and the crew moved, and the corpses of giants somewhere. So all these good guys couldn't actually achieve their goal. They managed to escape. Hera asks Seraphim what was that about. About, of course, killing all the gods. And then we get a new scene where Seraphim enter this other room of that mountain, and there is a box that he's trying to retrieve, right? And as soon as he gets the box, this giant soldier, warrior, defender activates his robot on solar energy or whatever that is, and he has the fight with that warrior. I'm guessing he's the guardian of Pandora's box. Seraphim has problems with them, but then he just uses his OP sword and slices through, and that's it. Pandora's box design was kind of weird because it doesn't look like a box. It looks circular and whatever, you'll see it eventually. So now Seraphim gives the box to Hera, and Hera basically activates the box and releases all the bad stuff, right? We get a shot at the ending of the episode how all these demons have risen. I believe one of the demons of the leader of the demons, or those creatures from the sea, I believe one is called Typhon. I read about it maybe 10, 12 years ago. I was fascinated at the time. It was like this. I'm not sure if it was probably bigger than a Titan. I'm not sure if it's called Colossus or whatever, but it was like this gigantic creature made out of snakes, something like that. So yeah, before that, there's a scene where Hera is just left that cave where initially were the corpses of the giants, and behind her we could see steps on the sand, indicating that Hermes, undercover, invisible, trying to spy on her. She realizes that and exposes him, and then Ares comes in and attacks him and almost kills him. Hera actually takes his gauntlet that he has on a hand, golden gauntlet, and he gets saved. I mean, Hermes gets saved by the god of sun. I cannot remember the name, but yeah. So Hermes manages to escape, and then we get a short fight between god of sun and Ares, and I believe Ares actually beats him up. And after that we get to the scene on Olympus with Heron, just Zeus. With just Zeus, and Hermes arrives, right? But all of a sudden, that Hermes takes a knife and stabs Zeus in the neck. And then different Hermes from behind of that Hermes pushes that Hermes, and then that fake Hermes turns into Hera, laughing all maniacally, and then she turns into a bird and flies away. And yeah, now the real Hermes comes to check on Zeus, who is laying on the floor in the pool of his own blood. And after that scene, we get a shot of all these monsters coming out of the ocean and going like in this formation, like it's the end of the days. Overall, this episode was rich, a lot of things going on, a lot of things that didn't make sense, of course, but I will cover that in the season review, because I'll have to have a material to talk about something, right? Overall, episode was okay, entertaining. So let's see what the last one brings us. I'm guessing they made this all dramatic because it's one of the last episodes, so they have to end on a high note, so to hype you up for the second season when it arrives. But yeah, that's episode 7.